his race to power. Only on WION. This is WION. World is one. This is your prime time. And you are watching Gravitas.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You are watching Gravitas. I'm Molly Gambhir. Let's get started. Our top focus tonight on Gravitas decodes explosive escalations in West Asia with shockwaves spreading far and wide. Iran has issued a major warning to Donald Trump, warning to carry out operations leading to national mourning in America if the war continues. Not just that, Iran has claimed major hits and destruction in retaliatory strikes on US bases in Jordan as well as Kuwait. What will America's next move be? How far will the two sides go? We also focus on a major question. Has Russia quietly been helping Iran strike US CIA sites? We decode that in just a bit. Also on the show for you tonight, Prime Minister Modi announces fast-track courts for paper leak cases. The CJP, meanwhile, has called for nationwide protests on Friday. Will Donald Trump attack Mali next? We get you a Gravitas special report. Tensions reach dangerous levels in the South China Sea with a major clash between China and the Philippines. We tell you more about this. How often do you struggle to book railway tickets online in India? Bots are behind a majority of the railway booking requests. We tell you how. The Erling Haaland trend is only spreading. Kerala police now using Haaland video to spread awareness about road safety. After men are told to wear shorts to work, women call it hair harassment. This is a special report coming to you from Tokyo. Have you watched The Odyssey? Elon Musk now says Grok will make an AI-generated version of that movie. All this and a lot more coming up. Iran has issued a major warning to Donald Trump, threatening to carry out operations leading to national mourning in America if the war continues. Iran has already also escalated its attacks on the ground. This is what it has said in a fresh warning. According to Iran's state-linked Tasnim news agency, the IRGC said, if the war continues, we will carry out regret-inducing operations that will lead to national mourning in America. Is that a reference to the deadly 9/11 attacks after which America declared national mourning? Sending tensions, shooting to dangerous extremes. In fact, now Iran has made an explosive claim. Let's break it down. Iran has claimed to have carried out retaliatory strikes targeting US military facilities in Kuwait and Jordan. Iran has claimed the destruction of a Patriot defense system an MQ-9 drone depot in Kuwait, and a Thar radar system in Jordan. In a statement, the IRGC said its forces carried out strikes in response to what it described as repeated U.S. attacks against Iran. Basically, Iran claimed to have destroyed a radar of the American Thar missile defense system. It also claimed that a Patriot system and a CRAM radar were targeted and destroyed, while also claiming fuel tanks at a U.S. base were set on fire. It further claimed that a large helicopter equipment warehouse and a helicopter repair and maintenance facility were damaged and destroyed in the strikes. That's what Iran has claimed. Earlier, explosions were reported over Tehran as the U.S. forces carried out another round of strikes. Iranian state media said American missiles hit various locations, including the border crossing with Iraq and Bushehr, home to Iran's only civilian nuclear power plant. In fact, already the entire region has been feeling the shock waves, not just because of the continuous exchange of these strikes, but also because of the Strait of Hormuz tensions, which are only escalating. Remember, these tensions have been a lethal fallout of that war started by the US and Israel against Iran, after which Iran, of course, used the crucial waterway as a bargaining chip. Even as the entire world has watched these tensions unfold, hoping that the East, the entire region, remaining in dire straits in a way, Trump claims he does not even need the Strait of Hormuz. According to him, he does not need the straits. I'm quoting now from his statements. We don't need straits. We don't need anything. He adds, we don't need the Hormuz Strait, but we do it because we have to do it. Because we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. But here's the thing, that's the messaging. The real issue is this: America might continue to claim and insist that the crucial waterway is open. The choke point has been choking. The supply chains are choking. Traffic through the strait can also be described as a crawl, reportedly. And what's worse, it's clearly visible that even alternatives to the Strait of Hormuz are not immune, of course, as Iran's Houthi allies in Yemen are reportedly attacking tankers in the Red Sea. This is a whole new flashpoint. And that stated blockade, of course, on Saudi-linked vessels attempting to transit the Red Sea, reportedly, sending tensions shooting up further. The Houthi forces in Yemen reportedly have started targeting Saudi shipping. The Houthis said that their forces carried out missile and drone strikes on 2 Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea. Remember, this is a major escalation following the Houthis' threat to block the Saudi ports along the Red Sea. Iran's near total blockade of the Strait of Hormuz, once the route for almost 1/5 of the global energy transit, had already stoked inflation around the world by pushing up oil prices. The Yemen-based Houthis control areas near the el-Mandeb Strait on the opposite end of the Arabian Peninsula from the Strait of Hormuz. el-Mandeb carries close to 7.4 million barrels of oil a day, roughly 7% of the global output, reportedly. If both choke points were to shut simultaneously, analysts have been warning that a quarter of the world's oil and gas supply could be at risk. So that's the deadly implication. Also, what's happening behind the scenes? What will America's next move be? Also a major question, the answer to which has far-reaching implications. Has Russia quietly been helping Iran strike US CIA sites? With Iran strikes on CIA facilities reportedly triggering major questions about a possible Russian role. For the 12th straight night, in fact, US military pounded Iranian targets, Iran hammering American military positions across the Gulf. We just told you about the implications of that. Iran's retaliation has also now reached deep into the heart of America's intelligence network, reportedly. And one name is being whispered in the corridors of power: Vladimir Putin. Take a look.
The night sky over Iran is burning again. For the 12th straight night, American forces are launching strikes against Iranian targets. Fighter jets are in the air. Missiles are hitting military infrastructure, and across the Gulf, Iran is responding in kind with missiles and drones. Tehran has launched waves of drones and missiles at American military positions, with Iranian attacks reportedly targeting sensitive facilities linked to US intelligence operations. Now, US intelligence agencies are asking a much bigger question. Where did Iran get the information? Reuters reports that Iranian drone strikes on suspected CIA facilities in the Gulf have triggered an investigation into whether Russia provided Tehran with targeting intelligence or advanced drone technology. The satellite images show the damage done to critical American military facilities across the Gulf. If confirmed, the implications would be enormous. It would suggest that the war is no longer simply a direct confrontation between Washington and Tehran. Moscow could be helping Iran identify and strike America's most sensitive military and intelligence infrastructure. The possibility of deeper Russia-Iran coordination has already raised alarms inside the US intelligence community. The Kremlin has denied involvement, but the question refuses to disappear. Iran has demonstrated its ability to strike American positions across the region while US forces continue their campaign against Iran's military capabilities. And the human cost is mounting. Tehran says about 50 people have been killed in the relentless American bombardment. At least 18 US service members have also been killed, with around 500 others injured. The financial cost is equally staggering. The US House has passed a defense bill worth roughly $1 trillion, underlining the scale of America's military commitments at a time when Washington is already fighting an expensive war. And the conflict is not slowing down. Every Iranian drone launched at an American base forces Washington to spend more on interceptors. Every US strike demands more precision weapons. The war is becoming a battle of attrition. But if Russia is providing Iran with intelligence or advanced drone capabilities, the battlefield could be changing dramatically. For Tehran, Moscow could offer a powerful force multiplier. For Washington, it would raise a terrifying possibility. America may not just be fighting Iran. It may be facing a much larger network of adversaries working together. And if Putin's hidden hand is really behind Iran's retaliatory fire, the war is about to become far bigger than anyone expected. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
US President Donald Trump, his administration have often referred to Trump as the peace president. While Trump has also actively, repeatedly campaigned for the Nobel Peace Prize, it seems, let's just take a look at the White House fact sheet from February, for example. I'm quoting, "Through bold actions rooted in peace, through strength, President Trump has ended conflicts, dismantled threats," quote unquote. But what if you are told the so-called peace president, since returning to the White House in January last year, is about to launch an attack against an eighth country after ordering strikes in Iran, Iraq, Nigeria, Somalia, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen? Donald Trump is reportedly considering an attack against Mali. According to a Washington Post report, the Trump administration is considering a strike against the Al-Qaeda-linked group Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin, JNIM. It's basically a group that, since its creation in 2017, has claimed responsibility for a series of deadly attacks and kidnappings across West African countries, including a major attack allegedly at an airport in Niger's capital last month, while at the same time conducting fuel blockades and seizures across Mali. JNIM has also launched a series of attacks on Mali's capital and killed the country's defense minister allegedly in a suicide attack. But is launching strikes against JNIM the only reason? Is this the only reason? The short answer is no. Mali is also one of the largest gold-producing nations in Africa. It contains large lithium deposits, making the country's natural resources lucrative for many foreign countries. Most importantly, it's part of a growing alliance of military-controlled governments like Burkina Faso, Niger, that have largely cut Western ties and turned to Russian mercenaries for security, especially after the recent military coups ousted their democratically elected leaders. And just for more context, Mali is also part of the Sahel region in Africa, a 5,000-kilometer semi-arid transitional belt in Africa, basically separating the Sahara Desert to the north and the humid savannas to the south, where the US has been actively working to counter Russia and China's growing security and economic footprint. Earlier this month, Russia reportedly sent massive shipments of heavy weapons and military hardware to the military junta in Mali in its fight against JNIM. The US administration has been urging Sahel countries and other coastal West African governments to purchase US equipment and services to support their war efforts against militants. Last year itself, the Trump administration reportedly started increasing its intelligence sharing and military support to the coup-ruled governments of Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, in a deal that in return reportedly led to a boost in American access to each of the country's natural minerals. But then the possibility of attacking Mali is also not so straightforward. It's not that simple. For one, the Trump administration is reportedly split when it comes to the issue. According to experts, any direct US military involvement in Mali carries the risk of hostilities with the Russian forces in the region. Also, any US strikes could also potentially result in JNIM targeting Americans in the region, which the group has reportedly not done so far. Whether the Trump administration will actually go ahead with launching strikes in Mali or work out a similar deal as the one with the Nigerian government, for example, which led to US strikes in which one of the Islamic State's top leaders, remember, was killed, remains to be seen. One thing is regardlessly clear, the Sahel region is increasingly becoming a major factor when it comes to global dominance and power plays. Time now to get you the global headlines coming in at this hour, taking you around the world in 120 seconds.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian welcomed Iraqi Prime Minister Ali al-Zaidi to Tehran. In a post on social media, al-Zaidi said that during his visit to Iran, he would discuss issues of mutual interest, bilateral cooperation, regional developments, and ongoing efforts to consolidate security and stability across the region. Czech Prime Minister Andrej Babiš has said he hopes to sell military aircraft to Serbia as he visited Belgrade. After meeting outgoing President Aleksandar Vučić, Babiš said he hoped the Czech Republic would be able to sell Serbia the Skyfox, a smaller fighter jet used for training and light combat missions. The UK government announced a tax cut for struggling pubs, clubs and live music venues as new Prime Minister Andy Burnham aims to ease the cost of living crisis. The 20% cut to business rates, a local tax paid by firms, is the third major policy announcement. Smoke and flames from wildfire rose in northern Algeria's Bouira province as firefighters and volunteers worked to contain the blaze. A cycling enthusiast governor rode into an unexpected political storm in Turkey when he found himself sacked after photos showing him in snug cycling shorts went viral. A giant hot dog sculpture returned to New York as Times Square Arts unveiled Hot Dog, the second serving. The sculpture, which took approximately 40 people to create over 3 months, is a reimagined version of artist Jen Catron and Paul Outlaw's Hot Dog in the City.
A dangerous confrontation is unfolding in one of the world's most contested waters. Chinese and Philippine vessels facing off once again. With water cannons, collisions, injuries, pushing tensions towards a new breaking point, Beijing is now warning Manila of bitter consequences if the standoff continues. Take a look.
Listen up, China Coast Guard 14602.
The high seas suddenly turns violent. A Chinese Coast Guard vessel moves in. A Philippine ship tries to hold its position. Then the water cannon opens fire. A powerful jet of water slams into the Philippine vessel as the confrontation escalates around Scarborough Shoal, one of the most sensitive flashpoints in the South China Sea. The latest clash has pushed already tense relations between Beijing and Manila even closer to the edge. The latest standoff comes after Chinese Foreign Minister warned his Philippine counterpart that Manila would bear the bitter consequences if it tried to provoke Beijing with the help of other countries. Again on Monday, sailors from the Chinese and Philippine navies faced off with oars and batons in the disputed South China Sea. Philippine officials saying that one of its sailors suffered a head injury as a result of the altercation, while China says Philippines provoked latest confrontation.
They're building some kind of a barrier nets, and they're doing some kind of a construction work in the ship. So we sent 2 boats to check what happened, because that's against the spirit of our provisional agreement. That is no new construction. Okay, we agree to the resupply, agreement. But we found they're doing something new.
Scarborough Shoal is at the center of the dispute. It is a fish-rich reef formation of 240 kilometers. China claims sovereignty over the feature and much of the surrounding area of South China Sea. The Philippines also claims rights in the area and has reportedly accused Beijing of using its Coast Guard to block Filipino vessels. Earlier this month, China's Navy fired a ballistic missile from a nuclear submarine into the Pacific Ocean. The test reflects Beijing's determination to project power over its neighbors. Now, at the meeting of ASEAN in Manila, the US again echoed the concerns of its allies in the region.
Yeah, look, they know where we feel about those issues. Obviously, we publicly expressed ourselves on the missile launch. It's a destabilizing event. And what's happened with the Philippines, obviously we saw that too. The whole world saw it, and it's disturbing, and these challenges and these claims of sovereignty over territory are a growing challenge.
The South China Sea could become another flashpoint while the world's focus is elsewhere. The stakes are enormous. The waterway is one of the world's most important trade routes. Huge volumes of commercial shipping pass through the region every year. It is also a strategic military theatre. China has built a powerful military presence across the South China Sea. The Philippines is strengthening its defense ties with the United States. American forces regularly conduct joint exercises with Manila. One mistake could trigger a much larger crisis. And as Chinese and Philippine ships continue to confront each other, the question is no longer whether tensions will rise. It is how far they will go before someone finally backs down. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
In India, the protests in the national capital are swelling, with students taking to the streets for days now. The Cockroach Janata Party has announced a nationwide protest on Friday. Already, in fact, protests have been spreading to different parts of the country. And in a powerful symbolic gesture now, members of the parliament belonging to the opposition alliance headed to the Gandhi Smriti to remember the children who allegedly died by suicide after the NEET UG exam was cancelled because of that large-scale alleged paper leak. They express solidarity with the protesters and their demands, which also includes a compensation of 1 crore rupees for the kin of the deceased students. As tensions remain high on the ground, the Prime Minister stressed that nothing is more important than the welfare and future of the youth. He announced, I'm quoting, "We have decided to set up fast-track courts to ensure swift and stringent punishment for those involved in paper leaks." On its part, the government said that it reached out to the CJP for talks 4 times since Wednesday afternoon, but the deadlock continues as the Minister, Jitendra Singh, insisted that the talks will be held at the residence or the office of the Union Minister, JP Nadda, reportedly. Listen to this.
The talks could be held at Shri Naddaji's residence or at an office, whichever of the two you wish to, because you appreciate as much as I do that without talks, without dialogue, we cannot find a solution.
But the protesters accused the government of spreading misinformation and asked it to contact them directly. It has agreed to meet ministers at either Jantar Mantar or a neutral venue near the protest site, reportedly. In fact, the CJP founder, who also warned the centre that protesters may even seek Prime Minister Modi's resignation in the near future if their demands are not accepted.
देखिए मोदी जी, मैं यही कह रहा हूँ आपको, धर्मेंद्र प्रधान का इस्तीफा ले लीजिए, वरना बहुत आगे जाएगी बात। फिर बात बस धर्मेंद्र प्रधान तक नहीं रहेंगी, आपसे सारे खाने चिट्ठे निकाले जाएंगे।
Meanwhile, Anna Hazare, who emerged as the face of the Jan Lokpal bill agitation 15 years ago, participated in a silent protest in Maharashtra, backing the demand for the Dharmendra Pradhan's ouster. He wrote a letter to Prime Minister Modi to engage in a positive dialogue with the protesters in the true spirit of Gandhian principles. The Supreme Court lawyers also held a protest titled Save Democracy, Save Constitution. And as a part of this, lawyers including senior advocates Indra Jai Singh, Sanjay Hegde, as well as retired High Court Chief Justice S. Muralidhar recited the preamble to the Indian Constitution.
And to secure to all its citizens. And to secure to all its citizens. Justice. Social. Economic. Political. Liberty. Of thought. Expression. Belief. Faith. And worship.
Earlier in the day, opposition parties held a protest outside the parliament demanding Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. On the other hand, MPs of the ruling National Democratic Alliance held a counter-protest, accusing the opposition of derailing the discussion by putting the precondition of Pradhan's resignation. But then a key question continues to hang in the air. Why is the government not willing to consider even the possibility of sacking Dharmendra Pradhan? Is it because of his track record in election management? As the state election in charge for the BJP, he ensured the party's victory in assembly polls in Uttar Pradesh in 2022, Haryana in 2024, Bihar last year. The government might also be wary of his ouster, as doing so may trigger a cascading effect, with the opposition seeking the resignation of other ministers as well. It's worth noting that a spate of resignations by ministers during the Congress-led UPA 2 government from 2009 to 2014 is perceived to have given a momentum to the BJP back then. The protests on the ground spreading to different parts of the country. For example, SFI activists held a march to the Lok Bhavan in Thiruvananthapuram, those visuals there, demanding the resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan. BJP ruled West Bengal as well witnessed massive protests, with students holding a march at Park Circus in Kolkata. Bihar witnessed student protests for the second consecutive day, with demonstrations intensifying across several parts. Violent clashes were reported in Katihar, where stone pelting took place. Meanwhile, in Jahanabad, security personnel fired several rounds into the air to bring the escalating situation under control. Now, has the crackdown on students angered young people even more? Take a look at this dramatic visual coming in. A young girl standing in front of a Mumbai police vehicle which was taking away protesters. She raised slogans, questioned the police response to the protests.
ये तस्वीर है, ये मुंबई में हो रहा है, ये मुंबई की महिला है, इन्हें देवेंद्र फडणवीस को लगता है लाडली बहन करके 1500 रुपए देकर.
A video shared by Congress's Mumbai unit also sparked a row in which a police driver is seen allegedly threatening youngsters that they will be framed in a drug case if they return to the protests.
समझे कसम से घर पे
इधर वापिस अगर किधर मिला
नहीं
तो फिर मेरे साथ बेकार आदमी
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं
मैं डायरेक्ट 50-50 ग्राम पाउडर डाल देगा कि जेब में.
अरे नहीं
गया क्या जिंदगी गया. नो जामीन.
वो तो सर वो तो और ही खराब.
तुम लोग की वजह से हम लोग को तकलीफ है अभी.
ठीक है सर जाएंगे.
मैं तो मालूम पड़ा कि फिर घूम के आ गए.
नहीं
तुम लोग को.
While the Maharashtra Home Department has taken serious cognizance of this video, with the said official reportedly being transferred, the government needs to also bear in mind that such incidents only complicate the current situation. Given how sensitive things are right now, it's also clear increasingly that the government needs to have an independent line of communication with the protesters. There is a gap here and there is a need to address that anger on the ground, keeping the political parties aside, keeping the politics aside. While the BJP is attacking the opposition for politicizing the issue, it does not solve the problem at hand. The other dimension is that political parties have also realized that protesters want to focus on their demands and not get entangled in politics. For instance, Shiv Sena UBT chief Uddhav Thackeray and MNS chief Raj Thackeray announced a Tiranga Yatra in Mumbai on Sunday in support of the protesters. Crucially, only the Indian tricolour will be displayed during the march instead of party flags. Yesterday's clashes between protesters and security forces in Delhi also serving as a reminder that the situation remains fragile, to say the least. If the government does not address this growing feeling of distrust at the earliest, things could escalate further. Onto a special report. It is flying deep into the world's most dangerous war zones. The F-35 Lightning II is not just another fighter jet. It is America's high-tech spearhead. Built to strike first, stay hidden, and dominate the battle space. WION Shivanchanna goes inside the cockpit of the ultimate aerial predator at the air show in the UK. Take a look at this exclusive report.
The sky over Iran is a battlefield. And somewhere above it, one of the world's most advanced fighter jets is hunting for targets. The F-35 is in combat operations during the ongoing war against Iran, bringing its combination of stealth, sensors and precision strike capability into one of the most heavily contested airspaces on the planet. The jet is designed around one key idea: see first, strike first, and disappear before the enemy can respond. The advanced jet is on display at the Farnborough Air Show in the United Kingdom.
This is a WION exclusive. I'm reporting from inside the F-35 by Lockheed Martin. This is the cornerstone of Washington's aerial firepower, arguably the most advanced fighter jet in the world. As of now, this jet has been operational and it is deployed in active war zones. It has been used by US in Afghanistan, in Syria, in Yemen. Currently, it is occupied in Iran. It offers multi-role combat abilities, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance abilities. It's known for air superiority.
The F-35 Lightning II's angular shape and specially designed materials reduce its radar signature, making it harder for enemy air defense systems to detect and track. But stealth is only part of the story. The aircraft is packed with sensors, missiles and guided bombs. Flying at 1900 kilometers per hour, its systems can detect threats, identify targets and share data with other aircraft and forces. The aircraft's combat record is already extensive. Along with the US, it is used by 11 other nations. The Lockheed Martin has manufactured 1,300 F-35 too. But the aircraft comes with a staggering price tag and complex maintenance requirements that has not stopped countries from buying into the program.
Turkey, Saudi Arabia, they've both shown interest. Israel flies these jets. They've been actively used across West Asia in active combat zones. This jet has also been offered by the US President to India. This is a WION exclusive from inside the F-35. I'm Shivanchanna reporting for WION World is One at the Farnborough Air Show in the UK.
Shifting focus to South India now. The wait has finally ended. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister Vijay's movie hit theatres early today following that 6-month delay over its censor certificate. Fans across India and overseas thronged cinema halls from the crack of dawn. In fact, it was practically celebration playing out on the streets. Fans could be seen performing aarti, bursting crackers, gathering in huge numbers outside theatres. Videos from Mumbai, several other cities showing packed cinema halls as audiences turned up in large numbers to watch what is being billed as Vijay's final film amid his political commitments. Inside the theatre, one scene quickly became the biggest talking point online in a way. Just before the interval, the title card introduces Vijay with 3 epithets. In fact, the moment also drew loud cheers inside theatres, while social media was flooded with reactions, with many calling it the film's standout moment. The film's release, however, has also sparked a major controversy. Several social media posts alleging that some theatres in Tamil Nadu were charging well above the government-approved ticket price of 190 rupees. One video showed moviegoers confronting the theatre staff as well over the alleged overpricing. And the issue has since triggered a major debate online, with many fans urging the Chief Minister to also step in. A massive cloud band stretching nearly 7,000 to 10,000 kilometers from North India across the Himalayas, China, Japan, up to South Korea has appeared in the latest satellite imagery, marking one of the most active phases of the 2026 southwest monsoon. In fact, meteorologists say this vast monsoon convergence zone formed as the moisture-laden winds from the Indian Ocean interacted with the weather systems across Asia, creating a nearly continuous corridor of clouds and rain. The satellite imagery highlighting thick cloud cover extending from central, northern, and eastern India across the Himalayan belt into East Asia, underlining how the southwest monsoon is part of a much larger weather system spanning from the Arabian Sea to the Western Pacific. And the active monsoon has also brought intense rainfall across India in several parts. In fact, the country received around 170 to 180% of its normal daily monsoon rainfall over the last 2 days, making it the wettest spell of the season so far. And the latest spell is also expected to improve seasonal rainfall figures, replenish reservoirs, and support the ongoing Kharif cropping season. Although the authorities continue to warn of flash floods, waterlogging, landslides, swelling rivers, especially in Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh, the intense rains have already triggered floods and widespread disruption in several Indian states. Let's also talk about what's been happening in Jammu and Kashmir now. The Chenab River has crossed the danger level in various parts. Efforts continue to reopen the Jammu-Srinagar National Highway, which remains shut after heavy rain. In fact, the region has witnessed 4 days of relentless rainfall, leaving at least 24 people dead and causing extensive damage. Just a short while back, a cloudburst struck the upper reaches of Uri in Baramulla district, triggering flash flood-like conditions and panic among the residents. Authorities promptly launched a rescue operation, safely evacuating several stranded people. Authorities have also issued fresh warnings as the river levels continue to rise across the valley and parts of the Jammu division. Heavy rain has also inundated parts of Gujarat. In Valsad district, low-lying areas of Vapi remain flooded with roads, residential neighborhoods, underpasses submerged, disrupting traffic and daily life. Emergency teams have been deployed. Around 1,600 people have been evacuated from the vulnerable areas. And the Indian Met Department has warned that heavy to very heavy rainfall is likely to continue over parts of South Gujarat during the next 24 hours. In the northeast, meanwhile, torrential rain continues to batter Assam, where flooding has affected nearly 564,000 people across 16 districts. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority, floods have claimed more than 40 lives in the state this year, and the Weather Department has issued a yellow alert, warning that more rain is expected in the coming days. How often have you felt frustrated while trying to book a railway ticket online in India, as tickets often get sold out in Tatkal within minutes? Let's tell you about a shocking revelation on how automated bots account for a major chunk of the ticketing requests. The issue came to the fore in the Lok Sabha after a Congress MP basically questioned the government over inconvenience regarding Tatkal bookings. This facility, remember, allows passengers to book a train ticket 1 day in advance. He inquired about action taken against doubts and steps taken by the centre to permanently block automated booking bots. Complaints have often surfaced about unauthorized agents using automated bots to buy Tatkal tickets, which are then resold at inflated prices, allegedly. Now, the data depicts a story in itself. The numbers are shocking. As per the Union Railways Minister, 15.38 billion monthly requests were received for booking a rail ticket online on an average. However, 8.88 billion, a whopping 58% of the requests came from bots, which were rejected. If we look at the data of the last 6 months, April, May, June, for example, saw bots accounting for over 60% of the total ticketing requests. Last month itself, 12.61 billion requests came from bots. February was an aberration when only 45% of the requests came from bots. These numbers are huge. And what about the action? What action has the government taken to combat this attempted ticket fraud and this menace? The minister highlighted reportedly that a rigorous re-verification of user accounts has been done. As a result, about 3 crore suspicious user IDs have been deactivated since 2025. In this period, over 13,000 suspicious email domains have also been blocked. Additionally, over 22,000 touts have been arrested by the Railway Protection Police during the last 5 years. The minister also revealed that 530 complaints regarding suspicious booking had been registered on the National Cyber Crime Portal in just the last 2 years. And apart from this, the minister also listed some of the measures undertaken by the government to safeguard the rail ticket booking system from cyber attacks as well as bots. To begin with, the government now allows only Aadhaar authenticated passengers to book Tatkal tickets online. To curb misuse in Tatkal bookings, Aadhaar-based one-time password verification has also been introduced on select trains. That's not all. The Railways has also deployed other protective layers like anti-bot solutions, also network firewalls and intrusion prevention systems. Also, the minister added that the booking system is hosted on a secure data center facility in New Delhi with restricted physical access and CCTV monitoring. But with nearly 89% of all rail tickets in India now booked online, it's quite clear that the government needs to do a lot more to ensure transparency and convenience for the passengers. Time now to get you some offbeat stories. From scoring goals to saving lives, well, almost. Norway international Erling Haaland has become the unexpected face of Kerala Police's latest road safety campaign. Using a viral meme and a clever AI-generated video, Kerala Police have turned one of the social media's favorite footballers at this point into the newest ambassador for helmet awareness. Instagram trends, football memes, road safety, the Kerala Police bringing them all together in that unique initiative. That's the latest viral campaign. Kerala Police basically have used Haaland to deliver a strong but simple message. Wear your helmet. The AI-generated video showing Haaland enjoying that bike ride, as you can see, with his helmet firmly on. And then comes the punchline. Haaland wears a helmet while riding. Do you? And the campaign cleverly taps into, and also safe to say, the internet's latest obsession. You've all seen those Haaland videos doing the rounds, the memes, and now Kerala Police has also joined that trend. In fact, it said, I'm quoting, "Instagram is so cool. We posted a helmet awareness video featuring Haaland, and some guy named Erling commented, nice." This is not the first time Kerala Police, in fact, have scored that goal with social media usage. Last year, after Kerala cricketer Salman Nizar's helmet played a crucial role during the Ranji Trophy, the force launched another viral campaign reminding people that a helmet saves both the game and life. Kerala Police have once again shown that road safety does not always need lectures. This time with one simple question. Haaland wears a helmet? Do you? Japan, the scorching summer there is changing office culture, and as the temperatures continue to cross 35 degrees Celsius, the Tokyo metropolitan government has, for the first time, allowed its employees to wear shorts to work. Why are we talking about this? This move basically is part of the governor's Tokyo Cool Biz campaign to keep the workers comfortable while also cutting the energy use. But the new dress code has also sparked a debate over what's appropriate in the workplace. Let's break this down. The policy has divided netizens, while many employees have welcomed the move, also the added comfort. Others say it exposes double standards at work. Some women argue that they are still expected to wear tights or long skirts or other outfits, while men can now wear shorts. The discussion has also given rise to the term which basically refers to leg hair harassment, referring to the discomfort over visible leg hair in the workplace. Public opinion seems to be split as well. A June survey found that 53.5% of the respondents opposed wearing shorts to work, while 46.5% supported the idea. For many, concerns about appearance, body hair remain sticking points. Although casual dressing has become more common when it comes to startups and tech firms, for example, shorts are still somewhat rare when it comes to traditional Japanese offices, reportedly. And this debate has also led more men to seek laser hair removal, reportedly, with some saying grooming is now part of the workplace etiquette. The debate comes as Japan endures one of its hottest summers on record. The Japan Meteorological Agency has warned of extreme heat, with temperatures crossing 40 degrees Celsius in some parts. In Tokyo alone, 453 people were rushed to hospitals for heat-related illnesses in a single day, the highest daily figure since records started 16 years ago.
Unprecedented numbers of people like elderly folks and young children are being rushed to the hospital due to heat stroke because they aren't drinking water. I myself am an elderly person, so regarding those things, I feel we must be careful to stay hydrated, or depending on the person, use a parasol.
And over the past week itself, at least 14 people have lost their lives because of Japan's heat wave. And to cope with the heat, many people are turning to fan-equipped clothing, UV-blocking umbrellas, portable fans, cooling towels. Experts are also urging people to gradually adapt to the heat, warning that Japan's high humidity also makes it harder for the body to cool down and also increases the risk of heat-related illnesses. As Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey receives rave reviews, Elon Musk has now announced a new adaptation of this epic. Musk has said that his AI platform, Grok, Imagine, will make a historically accurate, quote-unquote, adaptation of the movie. In a post on X, Musk said that before the year ends, fans can expect a full-length movie of The Odyssey that is true to the art of Homer. He also linked to a post with a 3-minute clip of footage that a user claimed was generated from Grok Imagine, showing a scene between Odysseus however, this is not the first time that the SpaceX founder has talked about the Odyssey on social media. Musk has regularly criticized the film over its casting. Musk had earlier also reposted controversial messages aimed at Nolan's casting in the movie. Also, Musk had alleged that Nolan wants the awards and that he has lost his integrity. But the criticism seems to have had no impact on the film's performance, of course. Starring Matt Damon, Tom Holland and Hathaway is in there, among others. The film is off to a great start at the global box office. Let's now get you one of the most fascinating images of the day. Battling the fear of heights, Rotterdam Mayor rappelled down this 185-metre-high Euromast, which is one of her city's most iconic buildings. Look at that. She had pledged to take the plunge if the turnout in the municipal elections was higher than 4 years earlier. And she did. Time now to get you a quick look at 3 major events expected to unfold over the next 24 hours. The 2026 Commonwealth Games continue in Glasgow on Friday with medal events across multiple sports drawing global attention. The US President Donald Trump's temporary 10% global tariffs officially expire on Friday. And the US is preparing to immediately replace the duties with new tariffs. Major Chinese banks are halting individual leveraged paper, gold and silver trading linked to the Shanghai Gold Exchange from the 24th of July. The goal is reportedly to stop people from taking massive financial risks on borrowed money during sudden price swings. On that note, it's a wrap on this edition of Gravitas Tonight. This is me, Molly Gambhir, signing off. Thanks very much for watching.
From the bustling trading floors of Wall Street to the vibrant exchanges of Asian stock markets, WION breaks it down for you to make sense of what's happening, as we reveal the key factors behind events, strategic battles, and the game-changing business decisions that shape the world. We bring you all of this and more on World Business Watch.
Know more, understand better, think ahead. Hello and a very warm welcome. You are watching Gravitas with me, Molly Gambhir. Get the facts, not the bombast. On the 26th of March, dynamic pricing, Baloch separatists, Gravitas cuts out the clutter. Gravitas keeps calm when others scream. Gravitas brings news to life. Weekdays, 9 PM IST, 3:30 PM GMT. Gravitas. Seeing is believing.
Get the latest updates. Breaking news. Credible, clear, continuous. Experts across aisles. Diverse voices, one platform. WION World is one.
WION, India's global voice. The channel that brings you the biggest stories from across the world through India's lens. Now available in more than 190 countries worldwide. Because we believe that the world is one. Watch us in Africa, Europe, USA and Canada, South America, Asia Pacific, Middle East and North African regions. Also available on these digital platforms across the world. WION, World is one.
The Israeli drone is above our heads all the time in Lebanon. More than 200,000 civilian homes have been destroyed. This looks like it used to be a toy for a little girl. Can't but wonder while I'm walking between all of this rubble, how many lives were destroyed, how many kids were traumatized, how many women lost their families. If this isn't a war crime, then what is?
From the southern suburb of Beirut, I'm Radi Francis for WION, World is One.
In-depth coverage of global issues broken down into facts, figures, and simple words. Backed with analysis from field experts who truly matter, because we believe in decoding the real picture for you. So you get a much wider and deeper understanding of stories from around the world. A 360-degree analysis. An award-winning documentary series, week after week creating the maximum impact. Watch WION Wide Angle at these times on WION.